Hi there, Nicolette, Rebel Sage, Visionary Playground. We're here. So, if you've been wondering why I moved to Asheville, it's a long story, but I want to give you some of the highlights and just share with you all this beauty. Yes, heart chakra medicine. So this is a part of a 4-part series. That's my intention for it for now. Basically, I'm from the Bay Area. Never thought I'd move. And yeah, I've done pro-con lists for most of my life. I have a lot of Virgo energy. I like planning. And then now that I'm pushing 50, the pendulum swings the other way and I'm just like, fuck it, right? This was not a fuck it moment. This was a soul calling. So the bullet points are, my best friend for over 10 years was like, you need to move to Asheville. It's your place, but you do need money to live there. Either you work from home or you're just wealthy, whatever. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then I was living in Oakland in 2023 to 2024 and a half, I think it is. I don't know, linear time is never the best and easiest with me, so forgive me if I ever get that wrong. But my point is, I was living there and loving it. And then it is the second most expensive city in the United States from what I gathered at the time. And as much as I don't like to live in fear, let's be real, there's violence, okay? And my soul showed me within 36 hours how violence was getting closer and closer to me. One, I saw a crime being commissioned in my driveway at 11 a.m. and it was really scary, locked eyes with the criminals, and it was like, please let me go type of shit. And then 12 hours later, I was walking through Lake Merritt, and if these people had guns, I would have got shot. People broke out into a fight, arm's length distance from me. Then my friend sent me a picture because he got beat up. I was like, that's a lot of violence, plus it's already bipping and the whole thing. So my soul's like, girl, you need to make a move. Long story short, after asking for a divorce, I was with a person where we chose to be monogamous, and it was a light relationship. It was cute. I wasn't looking to have another husband, right? And I'm like, I'm moving to Asheville, and there's no pressure if we don't work out. It's like, cool, let's go. I gave away all my things. We packed up a Prius, 2 creatives, a musician, literally. I had a keyboard on my lap, and we didn't bring anything but that. And Hurricane Helene happened. We're not going to go into details, but basically it felt like a mini pandemic where me, this person that I was dating, went to hell and back in our own mini pandemic because of survival mode. It was not cute. And the highlights were shit got exposed that probably wouldn't have. And I can see in hindsight that all of the dreams we had together were real and valid, but they got washed away with the hurricane, and it took me forever to let that go. It broke my heart into a million pieces. I left the Bay after 45 years. I was in a new state, and people in the Bay, when I was telling them I was moving, were like, you're going where and why? Almost blink twice if you're being forced at will. I'm like, because as a queer BIPOC AFAB, assigned female at birth, it's, I don't want to say dangerous. I don't want to play into that. But when you know alignment and you know your path, I wasn't operating in fear, but here I am in a new state with all of those, circumstances. And it was a rough fucking year and a half trying to find friends, when I was open to dating that, and doing everything on my own as a manifestor, sensitive empath. Manifestor in human design means you don't have your own energy, and you have 2% days where you could barely talk. And it tracks as bipolar, but if you really understand energy work, it just means you're tapped out. And I still have to give myself grace through that. So my point in sharing this is I took a leap, and I've been taking a leap. You can follow me on Instagram, where I literally left my job in San Francisco, asked for a divorce, had no blueprint, no guarantees at all, still don't, who does? But my point is me have to understand our own internal energy signature and inner authority. Human design helps, but don't give your power to everything, right? And so I'm just sharing this. I really want to hear if this resonates with you, what comes up for you. Because here at the Visionary Playground, I have a huge vision to see creatives, empaths, healers become the real 1%. right? Where we have equity, we have, wellness, which is our birthright, instead of hustling and giving and doing all the invisible labor. So I could go on and on and on. I thank you for your time and attention and energy, and more to come. Thank you. And I'm not going to do the whole like and subscribe thing, because if it's resonant, you'll share it and you'll be here. So much love.